stuck a handle on that damn string, or that dang string for the bridge net.
Handle?
Well, kind of, sort of. I wrapped it around something. Because it was all wadded up and tangled up. And fish can't even get to the net. Bright sun.
Yeah. I know Mid-South is live right now, so I don't know if we'll get anyone. Hopefully they bite some more. Oh, somebody's on. The Benoit girls. How's it going, guys? Finally got good enough weather to get Janice out of the house for a moment. Had a bite just a minute ago, but it dropped it. It was probably a carp. Tried to get her out of the house over the weekend, but between the rain and the cold and the wind, it just didn't work out. It's not very good for our son with that kind of stuff. But we're hoping to get something, even if it's just a little bit of a sunburn. We don't care. Just to get out of the dadgum house and get some fresh air.
I ain't gotta get a sunburn with a hoodie on. Hoping to get out again this weekend.
Our son came unwillingly, but he came nonetheless. We're trying out some new rods. Our guy down in Texas, Jesse Laredo, he works on our reels. Anytime we got any reel stuff that needs to be done, he's the only guy we use.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't think I want to look at any of that. Yeah, I always try to catch y'all's videos. You guys always put out good content. We always enjoy it. And you always seem to catch bigger fish than we do, so it's... Well, this guy is just going to have to go. Don't know what that person was all about, but I don't feel like looking at that.
Rude people. I'll comment so you can put me as a mod. Oop. Maybe.
I haven't learned how to do any editing. You guys always do a really good job at editing your videos. And always takes like a full day's worth of stuff and puts it into somehow like 20 or 30 minutes and puts it in a time frame where I can focus long enough to watch it.
I have no service. That's funny.
Yeah, reception is pretty bad. A lot of the areas that we can fish, the reception is terrible. So he wasn't sure if we could actually get any reception. But we was going to try it anyways. Such an absolutely beautiful day. It's like 50 degrees outside. The wind's finally down for the first time in probably 2 weeks. I got a little bit of reception for now. But yeah, we're trying out some new rods. Jesse Laredo is a dealer for a brand called Pro Angler. There's nobody around here that carries them, and we like to try new stuff. And like, I personally am a pretty big advocate for Trophy Cat and Mondo Cat and Meat Hunter. But there's a lot of brands out there we haven't tried yet, so they're a lot cheaper than the Trophy Cats and that sort of thing. You can definitely tell the difference in the handling and the difference in the way they cast. But we're going to give them a good workout and see what they're made of. Still pretty early for us.
Crack bass fishing. Just enjoying the day, or what is left of the day.
Had a decently hard day at work, and the weather was so dang nice that I just figured we'd get out and enjoy some fresh air in a relaxing way. There's a little bit of a breeze, but hopefully it's not making too much noise in the phone. Sounds like I didn't put the do not disturb on.
I'll have fun going back to work. Jerry just got off of work, so we're fishing for a little bit. He didn't want to work in the garage today. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Just bridge fishing today. carp must not have wanted to come back.
Evidently. Looks like that one bite's got all I'm gonna get, maybe. Yeah, we're trying some new rods and we're trying some new hooks, and I got one of them little rattle float things on mine. We I think the hooks that we're using are River Cat's tackle. Randy Swain was nice enough to send me a few of those so I could try them out. And we're trying those Pro Angler rods from Jesse Laredo down in Texas. And the rattle is from David Timmy Hughes down at Edisto River Tackle Shop down in South Carolina. Janice won some stuff from him. He was doing a giveaway a while back, and Janice won some stuff from him, so I'm going to put them to work, see if they catch me any fish this spring. It's just an absolutely beautiful day. A little bit of a breeze. I don't normally check the weather a whole lot on my phone, but somebody told me earlier that it's supposed to get windier and all get out again tomorrow.
I get stupid notifications 10 hours later.
We figured no matter what, we get out today, even if it's only for a couple hours, just to do something.
You use a nap too. Well, I must have lost reception again.
carp or whatever it was mutilated my poor worm. This spot is kind of a hit and miss. Sometimes our rods will just blow up, be going non-stop, and then other times we'll just sit here for 2 hours and not do nothing. Most of the time it's small to medium fish in this section of this river. But we have been known to catch 15 plus pound flatheads in this spot.
He has, not me.
Okay.
Carp like me.
But we also catch nice carp out of here too. Used to catch a lot of bullheads in this spot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. We used to catch bullheads here periodically, but haven't seen any in a while. I think since we've been back fishing this spot regular, I don't think we've had one 5 years. But whatever bite I had earlier mutilated my worm pretty good, so I put another worm on. We'll see if anything bites it.
Got an itchy throat. Sorry about that, guys.
Hello, Miss Lisa. Thanks for stopping in.
Drink a water.
I guess one thing that doesn't help our bites today is the breeze that we have is out of the east. It's not very often we catch a fish when the wind's out of the east, but what are you going to do when it's a nice day and you got a chance to finally go outside?
Yeah, need to give our poor shark a bath.
Well, hopefully that one bite that I got earlier ain't the only one we get. Right now it's kind of looking that way.
We're going to try more this week.
If the weather will cooperate this weekend, we're going to try to get out again.
Supposed to have some storms come in tomorrow night. Oops, that's not the button I wanted.
One of the spots we go down south never have any reception. So we just have to do a regular video. Hello, nobody really. Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate the support.
Why am I not getting chat? There it goes.
You put your phone on the metal, you're not going to get reception. You got to put it up on the plastic.
Well, then I can't see it. I'm short. Grandson would say, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." So I need grandson here.
Yes, if we had our little grandson, we'd probably already have a fish. It just seems to work that way.
Yeah, he's like, "Here, kiki, kiki." That's how he calls the fish.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, there's quite a few channels. Quite a few channels that I go sit in on that I don't know if they'll ever make me a moderator. But there's generally people in the chat on those channels that I chat with. And quite frankly, I'm really new to this. YouTube thing. So far, we really enjoy it.
Ah, that's rude.
On the other side of the log jam.
Yeah, way up there.
Imagine that. That was probably your big carp that you've been waiting on.
Rude fish. Fish are very rude.
But no, we really enjoy this YouTube thing so far. There seems to be a lot of folks that are very friendly and not afraid to give advice, and obviously like-minded. Most of the people that associate with us are cat fishermen like we are, so and we're being introduced to new brands on a pretty regular basis from small businesses like us. And we like to support small business. I'm sure at the end of it there will be I'm sure there will be a few companies that will just kind of settle on and pretty well stay with those companies, but we really enjoy trying out a lot of different stuff. Like today we're trying out a new rod for us. Our reel guy, Jesse, down in Texas, he carries Pro Angler, and I got a few of those from him here recently. And we're going to give them a workout and see what they're made of. And then Randy and Miss Lisa sent us some river cat tackle hooks. I don't think anybody in our area carries those. Some of our bait shops carry Nocturnal Nation. I'm not sure if any of our local shops carry anybody else, but they carry Nocturnals, and we like Nocturnals. Those are really, really good hooks. But they sent us a couple packs of those River Cat tackle hooks. You lose your bait?
A little bit. I'm gonna put some more worm on. Probably had a baby on there that you can't even see the line move.
So we're gonna give those River Cat tackle hooks a try. And of course our sinkers 100% of the time come from Jason Jura over in Omaha. We ain't used anybody else's sinkers for at least 3 years now. But I got them rattle and float deals. Miss Lisa's making fun of you for losing your worm.
Well, at least I lost the worm. One of them itty bitties that don't even move the line.
So yeah, through the YouTube group, being introduced to some new brands that we haven't tried yet. Like we can get brands here in local bait shops. We can get brands like Whisker Seeker and Mad Cats, Nocturnal Nation. If we travel over to Council Bluffs, that guy carries Trophy Cat, I think. Can't remember. But there's a bait shop over in Hastings, Nebraska that sells Meat Hunter. But there's also a couple of pro staffers near me for Meat Hunter as well. Jeremy and Alyssa over in Omaha, and Eric Fisher over in he's probably 20 minutes from us. He's also a pro staffer for Meat Hunters. I got a selection of Meat Hunters right now. I really like those rods. Honestly, my favorite rods are made right here in Nebraska, a brand called Mondo Cat. They're kind of pricey, so they're pretty hard to justify, but I've never used a more precise rod in my life. They're just amazing. But as far as action, the actual action that I like for the way I cast, Trophy Cat is probably the best one for that for me. But one of the big standouts for Meat Hunter is not only do they do everything custom for you, but they'll put your name on it or put your business on it or whatever. Like, it's all custom. Like, I ordered a rod for my daughter it was a late Christmas / birthday present, since both are in December. And the guy called me on the phone just to make sure that that's exactly what I wanted. And I ordered it was purple with black paracord handle and black eyelets. Yeah, Janice had an Ancient Mariner. It was one of the rods that we gave away to, I can't remember if we gave that one to a young lady or if we gave that one to a kid, but yeah, she had an Ancient Mariner and she couldn't keep the fish off that thing. I haven't had any of their rods yet, but I had a couple of their 7000 series reels, and I really liked them. They were pretty nice reels for the money. Oh, the Challenger is that. That must be that one that Randy talks about, where the eyelets spin around the thing. I never tried one of those. Janice just had one of the regular Ancient Mariner rods. It was pink. It was a pretty decent looking rod. And she caught the heck out of fish on that. She couldn't keep them off of it.
I think all my rods are pink except for the Whisker Seekers.
J&S Signature Series. So the acid one, or whatever it is, whatever he called it, that's a J&S. And then the Challenger is a River Cat tackle rod. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Yeah, I hope you catch a mess of them.
Surprised we haven't seen any of the little river rats running around.
You have a good night, man. I hope you catch a mess of those things. Yeah, I plan to. I've been on the River Cat Tackle website a few times. We haven't pulled the trigger on anything. I haven't had much for hours all winter long. I ain't had a 40-hour week in probably 3 months. So any rods that we've picked up recently or anything like that, it's been, all trading. Like my reel guy down in Texas, he wanted some of our rod holders for his bait shop, and I wanted to try out a couple of his rods and see what they're made of. So part of that order, we did a little horse trading. So we got a couple of rods, and then he actually sent us an extra rod, a red and black one for our grandson. So we got that set up for him. I got him a Fluger reel on there.
Flugers are my favorite.
Our reels are probably the only thing that we actually use from corporate brands. Like I'm really a Penn fan, and Janice is a big fan of her Flugers as far as spinning reels.
Yeah, Mad Cats would be my bait casting.
Yeah, as far as bait casters, she likes those Mad Cat reels. And when she wore out her pink Mad Cats, we sent it down to Texas to Jesse, and he sent it back. He serviced it and rebuilt it and everything, and that thing works better now than it did fresh out of the box. I don't know what that dude does. I don't know nothing about fixing reels, but he does. He knows what he's doing. I do have some Ancient Mariner, I do have some Abu 7000s, but honestly, I like the pins a lot better. Even though the Abus are a lot smoother casting, I don't know about a lot, but they're a smoother casting. The Abus, as far as retrieving and drag, are completely inferior to pin squalls. The pin squalls are just far superior. They got gears that'll crank your truck up the hill. Yeah, hopefully, it sounds like our work's going to start picking up. So hopefully we can buy some new rods and stuff like that. We've really been looking at, well, I've really been looking at the River Cat tackle site, because some of those Ancient Mariner rods are really beautiful rods.
And that could get me in trouble.
We've been looking at those. I've been looking at those. I've been looking at those.
That big fish needs to come pass down the lockdown.
Because I've been debating on whether I should pull the trigger on an Ancient Mariner rod, because There's 7,000 reels that I had. I liked them. They were pretty good. It seemed like the biggest thing with those that Abu and Penn had a much better setup on was the uh, the brake, or whatever you call it, for fine tuning it, for adjusting. Like for the sinkers that I throw, I had to crank that brake all the way down on that thing to keep it from rat nesting on me. Where the Abu and the Penn have a much better brake system. But other than that, I really liked my Ancient Mariner 7000. It casted really nice. It had decent gears for reeling them back in. The drag was pretty decent. That reel that I got on there is it's a PC Fun. It's a low pro. I don't know how to pronounce the word. Alejos. I don't know how you say that. But it's the 400. It's the bigger one. That's actually my personal favorite design for a reel is the low pro, but it's hard to find them big enough for what I like. The PC Fun makes a big enough one, and I believe Ancient Mariner also makes one, but I can't recall. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet, but I got to go back in and see if they make one. Yeah, I really enjoyed my Ancient Mariner reel. I thought it was a really smooth casting reel. There was a few aspects of it that I thought easily competed with Abu Garcia, um, for a lot less money. Because my Abu 7000s, I think the cheapest one I was able to find was $180, and that was from a local bait shop that always has really good prices on stuff. But otherwise,
That fish is teasing me.
you still jumping?
Yeah.
Up where we usually put Janice, can't see it because of the trees, but that last high water that we had washed a bunch of log jam down, and on the other side of it where she can't go, hello Tabarka, I hope I said your name right. Thank you for stopping in.
Anyways, you were saying.
But up on the other side of the log jam where she can't throw because we'd have to go on that guy's property to do it, there's a carp that's been jumping around over there teasing her. It looks like we got nothing going on our rods now. Had that one really good bite earlier, but that was it. But at least it's a beautiful day. I don't know. I guess one of the reasons nobody looks at us for a pro staff or an affiliation or something like that is probably because of how many brands we use from how many different people. But I really don't know how all that stuff works. But I know it'd be nice to get picked up by somebody this year. Yeah, Miss Lisa, I think you're right. I don't think I've seen Tabarka in the chat in a week or two, in anybody's chat. It's been a little while. I've met so many people through YouTube lately, it's hard to keep up with everyone. It's hard to remember everyone, but there's a few people that we see regular. So I'm going to turn the camera thing. So we're just outside of town, and I don't have permission to be on any of this land, so it's hard for us to just go down and jump stumps like I like to do. But the view is still really nice. Turn camera. There we go. But it's really nice. As long as all these guys ain't running up and down this dirt road, it's really peaceful. The only thing you hear is the birds and occasionally a fish jump on the other side of the log jam to tease Janice. Sometimes we both fish on the downstream side of the bridge, but that's normally my spot. Janice usually takes the upstream side. "12:30 in the morning. You're up late." The last year when we had that high water, pushed in that log jam on her, and that's usually where she throws up to. Only right now though, because pretty soon all them leaves are going to be on them trees, and you won't even hardly see that log jam. It just covers the whole thing. 'Cause this section of the river is pretty small. It's more like a creek, but we're probably 45 minutes from where this thing starts. Where we like to fish it is about an hour and 45 minutes downstream from here. It's considerably bigger, and it's probably not any deeper, but it's considerably bigger, and there's generally a lot more fish down there. But what we really like about it is that spot where we go is it's up underneath the bridge, where even in the summer our sun can be in the shade, and if it rains or something, we don't get wet unless we have to go wrestle fish up the bank. But it's just a really nice spot. Today I think we've only had one car go by today since we've been out. Half a dozen or so we fished for a couple hours, but today we've only had one, so we're pretty grateful for the lack of noise. We're hoping we can get back down to Kansas here pretty soon. Went down a few weeks ago and took grandson down and did a short live. caught up a few fish. We was there for, oh, I don't know. We was probably there for 24 hours, I guess. Got grandson out in the boat. He thought that was great.
We'll fish for about another half hour. Get dude home and feed him.
So we're hoping we can get back down there pretty soon. Tomorrow they'll open up the gate to our favorite spot down on the wetlands. I don't think we're going to make it down there this weekend, but hopefully maybe next weekend we can get down there.
Go fishing during tornado season. That's when we caught all of our fish last year.
Yeah, we can go fishing again with funnel clouds going overhead. That'd be great. All right, have a good day, Miss Lisa. We're about to get off of here anyway. About time to get our son home and make sure he gets his supper. But I appreciate everyone that stopped in today and said hi. God bless you and have a good day, everyone.